when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They're the seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Hello, everyone, my beautiful people. This is different for me. This is very different because I don't come live this early. um, but I wanted to come on here because I wanted to say a few things. Um, I love you all. Thank you for being here. This is on subscribers only mode. And the reason why I put it on that is because I'm not dealing with any trolls and all that kind of stuff. I don't have time for that shit. So I just want this for my peoples because um, what's happening right now is disgusting. Hi to everyone for being in here. Thank you so much for being here. But what's happening right now is disgusting, and I will not tolerate it. Okay, so as you guys know from the very beginning, you guys are gonna hear my little guy in the background. That's why I usually go live late because they're in bed, they're sleeping. Hold on, I gotta fix this computer real quick. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I had to fix my computer. Okay, so usually my kiddos are in bed and sleeping, so you're gonna hear my little guy in the background. Um, but hey Jesse, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member of the Glam Fam. Welcome. I'm normally asleep when you go live, so I catch the replay in the morning. So this is nice to catch live. Aw, thank you, RL, and hello to everybody. Happy what's today? Saturday. You guys, I never know what the day is. But I just want to come on here and talk to you guys because, like I said, this is unacceptable, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Nobody silences me. Okay, I don't give a fuck what you do. You can do whatever you want to. You can lie on my name, blah, 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 because at the end of the day, you're not credible in the first place. I don't care. Anyone who is stupid enough to believe anything that she says, anything that comes out of her mouth, you need to take a look in the mirror, okay? Because you got some problems. So I'm going to start from the beginning. Um, I have been talking about the Dre McRae case, and I'm starting from the beginning for those who don't know what the hell is going on here. And there have been a lot of emails sent to me like, what is going on? Why is she doing this? So I'm saying this now, and this is the last time I'm going back with this story. I've been covering the Dre McRae story, just like just like a lot of other people, including Molly Golightly. And I have always been a supporter of Dre McRae. So when I found out everything that's going on, anybody that knows about the case, which the majority of you do, when I found out what was going on, I was like, wow, this is happening to Dre McRae. Oh my gosh, like it's crazy. So when I started talking about this story, Molly and I shared a mutual friend slash mod. Now, I've been trying to be respectful and keep her name out of this, but Molly is not being respectful, which shows you where her loyalty lies with the people who are so loyal to her, especially over others who may have been very loyal to them. You're loyal to somebody. Look at how quickly she will throw you under the bus. Okay. And look how quickly others throw me under the bus. That's neither here or there. But once I started talking about the case and everything, I had been on Molly Golightly's panel talking to her and Justice for All about the case. And, because I've known Dre. I don't know her personally, but I've been a supporter of hers for a very long time. Like I tell everybody, Dre taught me how to slay a wing. So when she started talking about it and everything, I thought, oh, that would be cool if I was to be able to talk with this case with Justin and Molly. I'm a smaller creator. It would give me exposure, things like that. And it never happened that way because I was on Molly Golightly's panel one day and she asked me to come up on her panel only to be rude and kick me off. She just kicked me off her panel for no reason. She's like, thanks to you, bye. Really rudely, but she didn't treat anyone else that way when they were on her panel. This was in the very beginning of when she started talking about this case. So from there, I always looked at her sideways, but I've looked at Molly sideways from the beginning. The only reason why I've never really said anything about Molly is out of respect for our mutual friend. She always knew how I felt about her, but I tried to keep it cordial with Molly for her because I had respect for her. And, I just wanted to I didn't want to put her in an uncomfortable position as a mod. You know what I mean? So once I, started to continue to talk about the story, it's not really a case. Once I continue to talk about the story, as you guys know, Without a Crystal Ball, to me, was acting cray-cray. She was doing some really bad things. She did some really bad things to Miss Letitia. And I wanted to take a stand for Miss Letitia. I wanted to take a stand for her family. Her family, people were pulling up, past criminal records of her family and, saying that she was carrying a concealed weapon across state lines. And of course, because Molly was kind of representing Miss Letitia and, bringing awareness to the story, Molly was involved. So it always made it look like I was defending Molly, but I was never, ever defending Molly. I've never defended her from day one. I've always said Molly don't need me to defend her. She can defend herself. It just happened that Molly was involved in this story. Now, there's been a couple times where I've been on other people's panels and Molly came up and she's funny. She made me laugh and stuff like that. I even tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. But regardless, I just don't like the way she moves. So she would come into my chat. She became a member. She would, whenever I was talking about Without a Crystal Ball, of course, that's when she would promote my live streams, and tell people to come over and, watch me, blah, 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 blah. Whenever I would be talking about the Dre McRae story and the Von McRae story, though, she never, ever promoted my live stream, only when it was to her benefit. And it was beneficial to her when I was talking about Without a Crystal Ball because she was involved in it. And Without a Crystal Ball was doing some horrible things, however, Molly was too. They were kind of going back and forth, but the point is that she was involved. And, she would send me super chats sometimes. And I'm not saying that I wasn't, appreciated the fact that, she would share my live streams and shit like that, but I've never asked her to. I've never asked her to share my live streams. I've never asked her to do a damn thing for me because I don't need her to do those things for me. And when you get involved with a creator that's bigger than you, and I don't even think Molly is a bigger creator, but when you get involved with a creator that's bigger than you, to me, not all creators, but a lot of them, there's always a personal agenda. There's always something that involves why they involve themselves with the smaller creator. And I've been down this road before. After probably about a while of me talking about this story, a couple days ago, well, about a week ago, Molly and her people, Justice for all of them, there was a report made on Miss Letitia. And the report is somebody who made a report in Savannah stating that she filed a report against Miss Letitia for being misled or fraud or something, okay? And Molly was going around telling everybody that the report was fake and having everyone else perpetuate that too. Telling everybody the report was fake. And I was also told behind the scenes from our mutual friend that the report was fake too. I was also told that the creators that were talking about this specific report there were consequences. Like they were going to, Ms. Letitia was going to go file, a police report against them or whatever, because you can't just put a fake report on your channel, And at first I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? And I had asked her about it. But after I seen a couple people showing the report, I'm like, let me send for this myself. And then I have other people who sent for it too. When I sent for it, the report is indeed real. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with the things that were written in the report. I don't think that the report should have been filed on Ms. Letitia, but that's my opinion because I do stand with Ms. Letitia still. I don't agree with everything that's been done, but I do feel that she does not deserve to be treated the way that she has been treated. And I feel even more bad for her now, but I'll discuss that later on. But I'm not saying that I agreed with the report, but I was just talking about the report itself is legitimate. It is real. It's not a fake report. And I'm not going to lie to my supporters and say that this report is fake when it's not. So basically, to sum it up behind the scenes, I'm being told something to perpetuate narratives, false narratives. And I don't play that shit. Not when it comes to the people who support me. They deserve to know the truth. I don't care how old it was. And it actually isn't old. This was just, people have been talking about this since last week and the week before. And this is my channel. I can talk about things whenever I want to. I had to wait for that report to be sent to me when I sent for it, because I am about the truth. I don't give a fuck about if you don't like me being a part of the truth. Yes, it's easier to go with the masses. Is it easier to go along with everything? Absolutely. I could still be sitting back here on my channel, not worried, not giving a shit about what's going on, pretending like nothing happened, letting Molly come in here. She don't even come in here really. She came in here a few times, But the point is that I could have easily ignored this. You know what I'm saying? But I have been talking about this story, okay? And I felt like my audience, the people who support me, had a right to know this report is not fake. Okay, this is a real report. It sucks that it's happening to Miss Letitia, but if ignoring it and trying to say that it's fake, that doesn't do anything for Miss Letitia. Okay, if anything, you want to do something for Miss Letitia, talk about what's in the report and defend. Okay, defend Ms. Letitia about what's written in the report. But pretending as though it's fake, then what if Ms. Letitia pretends that it's fake? How's that beneficial to her? Because then if she doesn't show up, that summons ends up turning into a warrant. So this isn't about Molly caring about Ms. Letitia. This is about Molly caring about her damn self and what was written in the report and how she doxed somebody in that report. It shows she doxed this woman and called her out and everything like that. So after I said the report was fake, Ms. Letitia, while I was live, when I said the report was fake, Molly chose to post on her Patreon and tell everybody to, listen, if you are a bigger creator and you say, I'm unsubscribing from this person, guess what that means? Everyone else is going to follow your lead, okay? Because the majority of people, they don't think for themselves. They just don't. Okay. They don't want to sit there and think of the reality of the situation. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear what their idol has to say. And what their idol announced is, I'm unsubscribing from her. So then everybody else followed her lead. She did that on purpose, obviously. And then people started coming into my chat saying that they were unsubscribing. However, Ms. Letitia was in here, and it was Ms. Letitia. I know people say that there are some fake accounts of Ms. Letitia. However, Ms. Letitia has been in here before. I have been actively defending Ms. Letitia since the beginning of this, and she has been here before. She has participated in the chat, and we were all being very supportive of her because she said herself the report is in fact real. However, it just goes to show you the extremes and measures that people will go to. She did. And I made sure that when she wrote that in the chat that I posted it up here because people needed to see that. So once Ms. Letitia confirmed that the report is actually real, what do you think everybody else started doing? They changed their narrative. And now their narrative was, well, we know the report is real, but we're talking about it's fake what the girl is saying in the report. So after you go through all these extremes to say the report is fake and it was on a Word document and it was edited, and when the creator showed the report on their channel, it said it was edited. Well, duh, of course it's going to be fucking edited. Okay, people have to redact personal things in the report. So it's never going to look the same for one person. Okay, it's not. But regardless, she changed her narrative and said, why would you cause all this stress to Miss Letitia? Let me make this clear. Stating if a report is real or fake does not add stress to Miss Letitia. Creators are still talking about her. And creators are not going to let this situation go because a lot of creators have their own opinions. A lot of creators have difference of opinions than me. We all have difference of opinions, but guess what? There's a lot of creators that have difference of opinions than me. There's a lot of my supporters that have a difference of opinion than me. But you want to know what the fuck they do? They respectfully disagree like adults. Okay? And move on. But creators are still talking about Miss Letitia. Saying the report is fake doesn't help her. Addressing the things written in the report helps her, but that's not beneficial to Molly. Okay? So, after that, her and Justice for All and their Patreon told, they're unsubscribing. People came in here saying that they were unsubscribing. I feel that some way or somehow YouTube needs to change. Now, with me, I don't give a fuck. YouTube is not my bread and butter. I have money. I am, in a good place, and I have a wonderful fiance, and he takes really good care of his family. And I am always appreciative to any super chats. Oh my gosh, I got a super chat. Thank you so much, Care Bear. Thanks for keeping it real, Tia. Thank you, Care Bear, for the super chat. I love you. That means so much to me. And I'll get to all your comments. Don't worry. So, yes, I am so 100% genuinely appreciative to anyone who sends me a super chat. Obviously, that means a lot to me because when you invest, you have to invest in order to provide good quality for the people who watch you. So whenever anyone super chats me or becomes a member, literally that helps me out so much because then I'm able to put that directly into my channel to make it better. You know what I mean? To make it better for you guys. You can always be better. And I strive to be a better person than I was the day before. So that's my ultimate goal. So I am very appreciative, but I definitely am not the type of person who, YouTube isn't my bread and butter. I understand that there are a lot of creators out there that's like, I feel so bad. She's trying to get her subscribers. Tia's lost subscribers. Please understand, I don't give a fuck about that because those subscribers were not here for me and they can be replaced. They will be replaced. Any subscriber who's not here for me, because this is my channel, Tia Symone, if you're not here for me and you're only here for who I'm defending and who I'm talking about, I'm sorry, but you're replaceable. Okay, you should be here for me and you should want to hear the things that I have to say. And when I do makeup and things like that, or true crime. But if you're here just because of someone else, then you're not here for the right reasons. Okay. Why would I want people like that as subscribers? So those things don't matter to me. But for other creators, YouTube is their bread and butter. So it's not fucking right that a lot of these bigger creators take advantage of their huge platforms. And like I said, this is not even me talking directly about Molly because I don't look at Molly as a bigger creator, but she's bigger than me. And then when it comes to these smaller creators, YouTube needs to do something about this because these bigger creators should not be allowed to do this shit. They should not be allowed to be a dog whistle to try to harass other creators and manipulate smaller creators by telling their creators to unsubscribe. It's not fair. They're taking advantage of their platform, and they're using their platform to harass other people. I don't like that shit. But just know, for me, no, it doesn't bother me. But for other creators, this is their bread and butter. Okay? This is. It may not be for me, but I'm not the only creator that this has happened to. Okay? It happens to a lot of creators. And I still say YouTube needs to do something about these creators, these trash creators that do this purposely. Enough is enough. People need to start standing up to this shit. So if you think this bullshit's going to silence me, you are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. If I gave a fuck about subscribers unsubscribing from me, don't you think I would have shut up by now? I don't give a fuck. But what I will tell you is this. Well, let me tell you the rest of the story. So once it came in and talked about, unsubscribing from me, that's when it took off from there. Okay. And then people started leaving comments saying, you're causing more stress to Miss Letitia, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you guys are totally delusional. Okay. Talking about a report and acknowledging whether it's real or fake is not causing more stress to Miss Letitia. And it's a shame because this story was initially about justice for Vaughn. We're not even talking about that anymore. But it lies with one person who's doing all of this, who's causing all of this conflict with any creator who has spoken about this. And that's Molly. Because if you're not perpetuating her false narratives, you're no use for her anymore. But I don't give a fuck because I was never useful to you to begin with. You just thought I was. You just thought I was. Okay? I don't need you. I don't need no fucking bigger creator here on this platform. But what I will tell you is that you are not going to get away with doxing my mod. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. And you can go live about me every day for the rest of your life. And I still would be sitting here with a smile on my face. I don't care. You can talk about me till your face turns blue. I don't watch you. So how does that affect me? You're only bringing more attention to me. You think I care? You can lie until your face turns blue. You can use Ms. Letitia till your face turns blue. Okay? Because it only ends with your demise, not mine, your own. Now, I want to talk about one thing that somebody sent me. There is a member, a subscriber who sent me a lot of palettes, and I am genuinely grateful for those palettes. I cried when I got them. It was amazing, because she has a lot of palettes and things, because people used to send it to her. She knows I'm a artist, so I love makeup, and she sent me some palettes along with a past moderator. Okay. And Molly's sitting there saying that I tricked or lied about some palettes being sent to me. Let me be clear. Okay. I don't want for makeup. I have probably more makeup than anyone that I know. Okay. I appreciate her sending me this, and I am genuinely grateful to her, no matter how she feels about me. Okay. Because she is a Patreon of Molly's. But the reason why she sent me these, it was supposed to be a surprise. She ended up sending them to me, and I didn't know if she wanted me to let others know that she sent them to me. So that's why I haven't said anything yet. But she sent me these palettes because she knows that I love makeup, and I appreciate that from her. But what I will say is, I don't have to lie to anybody about anything. When she sent me these palettes, it was in mind that I was going to do a giveaway, and I'm still doing a giveaway when we get to 6,000. I'm still doing a giveaway regardless of when that is. So when we do a giveaway, there are a few palettes that I'm going to be giving away because I have some of them that are here. But there is no malicious things that went on behind that. I have never seen a more she is the biggest liar I've ever seen. I don't even have to go watch her. People telling me is enough. Okay. She's one person. Normally I would go and watch somebody. Okay. I don't need to watch her. So that's what that is. Okay. I don't need to lie to anybody. This is why I am the one who wanted to make sure that it's clear you're being lied to. This report is not fake in any way, shape, or form. Because when you build that trust and honesty and transparency with the people who support you, that's how you go far. You may not go far quick, but you go far, and people can count on your fucking word. But when you're constantly lying, I will get to that in a minute, not another housewife. I'll show you. I'm showing everybody. But when you are constantly lying to your audience, they don't know what to believe. They don't know if to believe you or what the fuck to believe. That's why I keep it honest with my people. Okay. For that very reason. Because of creators like her who lie out of their fucking teeth. Okay. So bring it up to last night. Last night we were basically just talking about everything in general. One of my moderators came up on panel. Two of my moderators came up on panel, but one of my moderators told her story because she was a Patreon of Molly's. And she came up on panel she's actually still a Patreon, okay? She paid in advance, so she's still a Patreon. And she saw how Molly is, and she unsubscribed. She doesn't want anything to do with her, but she still paid in advance. So she's still a Patreon. And she was on my panel yesterday, and she was very open and honest about the way she feels about Molly, because she's been sitting back and observing just like everyone else, because you should always observe people. And she just doesn't like her. She doesn't like the way she moves. And she came on my panel last night and told her story. And I appreciate that. And Stranger Clegan, was telling her opinions about Molly as well. So the only reason why we started talking about this is because of the things that Molly continuously keeps lying about. So we came on panel to talk about it. It was a respectful conversation. We didn't bash Molly. We didn't shame her for her looks, but we did give our opinions about her and told our experiences with her. I told my experience of how she kicked me off her panel for no reason. And I will link that live stream of our stories in the description. But we were just having a discussion, and we kept it classy because we always keep it classy over here. So then Molly decides to go live, and that live is now deleted, but I have some clips that I'll play for you. But she called me a trans woman. Then she said that one of my friends told her that I was a trans woman. She started saying very derogatory things about trans women and talking about how when people see me, they think I'm a man. She was just going in, honey. She was going in, okay? But here's the thing. Look bashing. I'm going to tell the real truth about Teaya and her makeup. Well, here's the real truth about Teaya and her makeup, Molly. Teaya knows how to do makeup. I'm sorry that you don't. But I wear makeup because I like it. I wear makeup every day because it's my passion. It's art. It's what makes me happy. It's the same thing you said about fucking Dre, okay? Because you're jealous of her too, okay? Let's be real here. I don't like Dre and the things that I don't like the things that I've watched Dre do, but I can tell you right now, calling her, saying that she looks like a trans, you said the same thing about her because of her makeup and her hair. That's all jealousy, okay? But at the end of the day, remember, she still has more followers than you, okay? So what I will say is that because that's what it's all about with Molly. It's about clicks, views, subscribers. And then that's why these creators go and announce, I'm unsubscribing. So their other subscribers, their supporters are going to follow their lead, and they know it. And they think that it's going to affect the other creators by their supporters unsubscribing from you. But see, not everybody's like you, Molly. Okay. This isn't my bread and butter. I don't depend on YouTube, but YouTube isn't your bread and butter either, right? So basically, you just go around bashing people and bullying people and doxing people for nothing, just out of pleasure. Okay. I've always been told that Molly was bullied and that's why she's very defensive. Well, guess what? I've been bullied too. You don't see me walking around acting like that. You don't see me walking around doxing people. You don't see me walking around bullying people. You don't see me walking around doing hate speech on my channel, okay? And you never will. Bullying shouldn't make you a bad person. Bullying should make you a better person. But that's just, you don't know anything about that. And you never will. You never will. But what I will say is that people like Molly think I'm going to get her where it hurts. I'm going to make people unsubscribe from her. That doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. Okay. What does affect me is doxing people for no reason just because you don't like their opinions of you. Okay. That's what gets to me. I could give a fuck less about what you think of me. Okay. And for the record, 2 of my mods said you were racist. I actually didn't. So that just shows you right there how paranoid your ass is, because you're on your channel trying to give every excuse as to why you bash trans women, okay, and made derogatory statements towards the LGBTQIA community, okay? It was hate speech through and through. You tried to make it seem as though being a trans woman was a horrible thing, and it's not, because at the end of the day, trans women are fucking women. You dummy. Okay. And if I was a trans woman, I would be fucking proud. I'm not. I was born female. But if I was a trans woman, I would be proud. Shout out to Nikki Tutorials again. But what I'm going to say is it was fucking hate speech through and through. That's why your ass deleted it. But now you want to get a trans woman to come up on your panel, right? To solidify, I'm not against the LGBTQ community. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you weren't against it, then you wouldn't have said derogatory things towards trans women, period. Those are the things that makes me mad, okay? Those are the things that pisses me off. Because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I am a PC woman. I care about people's feelings. Okay? And I have trans friends. So that doesn't help fucking anything. You bringing a trans woman up, that just shows how fucking exploitative you truly are. How about that? Now, those are the things that pisses me off. Not fake ass bullshit subscribers who only subscribe to me because of you. You think I give a shit about that? Because I don't. But I care about my mod being doxed. Now, let's keep it real here. Okay? At the end of the day, nobody would know who that house was. However, it still traumatizes somebody if they go on YouTube and right there they see a picture of their house. Okay? That traumatizes a person. Hold on 1 second here. So do I give a shit about your bullshit antics and the things you say about me? No. But I give a shit about people and their feelings. Rand, I think Tia is talking about you. Yeah, I'm talking about Rand, and I'm about to pull it up in a second. Well, no, I know I'm addressing the few comments of people talking about Goose. I don't even know her address. Shut the fuck up. Like I said, I don't care about those stupid things that she talks about, okay? I don't look people up for pleasure so I can dox them tomorrow. I don't do that shit. Okay? Molly does that shit. I don't do that shit. Now I'm starting to see the people that actually sat there and watched her behind the scenes fucking dox people and not care. You should be ashamed of yourself, because if you're standing with her while she's doing that shit, you're complicit. Let me pull this up. When you guys hear silence, that's just me pulling something up. So 1 second. Hold on, you guys. I have to look for it. 1 second here. Damn, I thought I saved it. I mean, I still have it. I just have to look through and get it. Okay. Hello? Okay, sorry about that. I found it. Where in the hell? Okay. Okay. So, oh my gosh, super chats. I didn't even see them. I'm so sorry, you guys. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so, so much. Oh, Stranger Clegan, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. I really, really mean it. Thank you guys so, so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so I'm going to make this bigger here. Okay, so my moderator straight gangsta. All my mods are. They got some gangsta in them. So she had just made a Facebook post showing this, because people need to start speaking up, you guys. Like I said, I had no idea. Like, I knew people brought awareness about Molly. I had no idea that she was this bad. I had no fucking clue. If I knew, I probably would have had to unmod our mutual friend, because I would have wanted no ties with her, you know. But I did have, someone that I thought was a friend, and I tried to listen to her opinion. And one of the things that I constantly would hear is that, Molly gives to charities, she blah, 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 blah. And then it shows me how people really only think about money, because yeah, you may give to charities, and that's wonderful to give to St. Jude's and have charity, live streams and stuff like that. But when you do horrible things, do you think that when you give out away to charity, that takes away from the horrible things you do? The horrible things you do overshadow the good things that you do. Okay? So it's like, the fuck I don't care if you give away to fucking charities. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, look at the shit that you do. Nobody's ever going to pay attention to that shit. That doesn't matter when you treat people like shit and you're doxing them. But like I said, my moderators are gangster. They got some gangster, and my Molly Golightly's hair. Molly is just like KJ. She is. I would just like for KJ to apologize to Miss Letitia. That would be great. So let me see here. I need to hide that real quick. So let me wait a minute. Oops, I gotta go to it. Hold on. Can I can only make this big or small. I don't know. But okay. That is the live stream that Molly did, which I think it was maybe yesterday or a couple of days ago. Rianne, let me know what day this was. She did this live. But after Rianne was on my panel last night, this is what she decided to do. This is Rianne's house. And I think I wouldn't have said anything if I didn't get the okay from Rianne. I genuinely think that Rianne is that girl's tough. That's all the fuck I gotta say. That's a tough ass bitch, because she doesn't care. She wants people to know. She wants to bring awareness about this, because what Molly did is, because she is a Patreon of Molly's, she Molly got her address through Patreon, which is taking advantage of Patreon. Okay, she got her address through Patreon and took a picture of her house. Probably pulled it from Google and made it her thumbnail. So this is Rianne's house. And it's, I respect so much. I have a whole newfound respect for Rianne, because she didn't have to put herself out there like that. She could have just ignored it, but she chose to speak up, because it's happening to so many people, you guys. Like, I want to say very clearly, when you're being told behind the scenes, well, Molly really is a good person, she just says some horrible things sometimes. No. She wants to walk around with the narrative that everybody hates her. Okay? Everybody hates on her. They're jealous of her money. They're jealous of her looks. Girl, bye. If you do these types of things just because people have an opinion about you, you go and dox them. People don't hate on you. They just think, now I understand, they think you're dangerous, like without a crystal ball. You may be worse. I never seen Without a Crystal Ball do some shit like this, ever. Well, she's doxed people and she's done some dangerous things, but I've never seen her have somebody's house as her thumbnail. That's probably the lowest of the motherfucking low you can fucking go. So I don't give a fuck about, and see, here's the thing too. You want to sit here and talk about, oh, they're all making me relevant. Oh my God. You seriously think that people having a channel about you, talking about you, bringing awareness about you, you think these people are jealous of you? Why? Because I sure as hell ain't. I have no reason to be. You think I give a shit that you tried to act and call me a trans woman? No, I don't. You, even if I was, I still look better than you. You think I care? When we talk about looks, when you go that far to talk about looks and to make it seem like being a trans woman is a bad thing, you lose all argument with me. You lose all argument, all credibility. You don't matter at that point. Because anybody who resorts to looks, you ain't doing shit but complimenting me. Because you can't say shit else, so you got to talk about my looks. Been there, done that. But I have always been told Molly was a bully, or Molly was bullied in school, and people really hurt her in school, and that's why she's defensive and acts the way she acts. So you're excusing this type of behavior because she was bullied in school. Miss me with that shit, and then have a stadium full of seats. Being bullied in school should not make you want to bully other people as a 41-year-old woman, and dox other people as a 41-year-old woman. Let that sink in. You're 41 years old and you're making people's houses your fucking thumbnail. I'm sorry to be cussing you guys, but I'm pissed. Don't fuck with the people that I care about. You can fuck with me all day. I can handle it. I was built for this shit. I'm resilient. And I'm not saying that my people aren't. Oh, she's 47? I mean, I thought she was in her like late 50s, but you know, whatever. She, you know, I can handle it and I understand, but they're not creators. All she did was come up on my panel and tell her story, and she just said how she feels about her. That's it. She didn't bash her. She just talked about some of the things that she noticed. Molly had called her out, you know, and embarrassed her, and, you know, made her feel like, tried to make her feel like she was less than a person, you know, that she didn't mean anything. And this is a paying Patreon member that pays you monthly to be a part of your channel and to show you support. And this is, there's no excuse for this shit. So tell me what excuse you're going to come up with to justify what this woman just did. And she still has it up. She didn't even take the shit down. Okay? She was smart enough to take the live stream down that she did last night where she was bashing trans women. But you left this up. It's still there, you guys. Who does that? I'm sorry. I was told she was 41. This is Molly, always been, always will be. She goes through cycles. Well, a lot of people are new, you know, and they don't know. I really don't know Molly that well. You know, all I knew is I don't like the things that I've watched, you know, like I watched Burnt Toast. I watched some people, and all I knew is I didn't like the things that I've watched. So I just tried to keep my distance from her. But I definitely was not aligned with her in any way, shape, or form. And even when I would be live, you know, yes, she has given me super chats before, and I appreciate that. But what did you think? Giving me super chats was going to silence me? Like I said, YouTube is not my bread and butter. I'm thankful for everyone that does that, but it's not my bread and butter. And the last time I checked, I'm not for sale. Nobody is going to silence me. Okay? Nobody. You don't fucking dox people. Doxing is, I'm telling you, YouTube needs to crack down on this shit. This has to stop. Somebody's going to get hurt. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up this clip real quick. I say hold on like I'm on a fucking three-way call. Sorry, you guys. When you hear silence, that's just me on mute because I'm pulling something up and I don't want you guys to hear the clicking noises, okay?
A lot of these people, they really do pretend to be your friend. They first became friends. They had a little falling out because Teaya believed someone else and didn't believe Goose.
Okay. This was from last night. And I'm going to address the two clips that were sent to me. And I have some more clips that were sent to me through email. But no, that's not what happened with Goose. Okay. What happened with Goose, okay? There's two sides to every story, but I don't think you guys understand that. You'll never understand that. But Goose has been my mod, was my mod for a good amount of time. And what happened with Goose is that she went to one creator to talk about another creator that she had a problem with instead of coming to me. And when she did that, I said, that's dishonest. If you have a problem with somebody, you either go to them or you come to me. And I unmodded her. Then I modded her back. Okay. And from then, you guys have to understand, I never really went live that much. I wasn't as consistent as I am now. So that's the story of what happened. Okay. Let me tell you that. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why I unmodded her a long time ago, because she went to somebody and talked about a fellow mod. And instead of coming to me or going to that mod. So that's why. That's what happened. I don't even understand why they keep bringing up Goose's name, because at the end of the day, I haven't. She can go on with her life. I hope she has a wonderful life, and I'll go on with mine. And the reason why I unmodded Goose this time is because she was lying to me. The things that she was doing didn't add up. They weren't making any sense. Okay. And then what sealed the deal for me was the fact that she's telling me that this report is fake too. You didn't have to say anything. Or you could have just told me the truth. Maybe if you would have told me the truth and said, hey, we're trying to wait because we don't want people to know, so we're saying the report is fake, maybe I would have talked about it. Maybe I wouldn't have. But I'm about the truth. And that's all I ask for people, is to just be upfront and honest with me and tell the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is. But what I pretty much got from that is your loyalty is not with me. Your loyalty is with Molly when it comes down to it. And that's okay. That is okay. You are allowed to have your loyalty to whoever you want to wherever you want to. All I'm saying is that if you can't be honest with me, how are we ever going to thrive as as friends if you can't be honest with me? So, and let me read some comments here. The strong smiling faces. Sometimes by the bond, the undisputed comes to mind when I think of MGL. I heard three sides to every story. Your side, her side, and the truth. Has anyone else heard this? Let me read some more comments here. She'll change the thumbnail and say it was some kind of mix-up. Trust she has 18 excuses prepared to explain. Well, I don't see what the hell kind of excuse she could have for that. I truly hope everyone understands we would have backed up and let everything go. This would have continued and her following would have been bigger. We still have a lot more to get done. I think what's important to know is this pretty much all started because I said a report is not fake. Perplexed that that's your opinion. I think it depends on your experience with people. And I don't have any ill will towards her. I wish her the best, but I don't want people who can't be honest with me, and that's just it. Okay. And then for him to say, I don't understand the people that, so what exactly is it about some of my new mods that is the issue here? Okay. And do you have any facts or proof to back up that my mods have some type of malicious intent and why they're doing what they're doing? Because we don't go behind the scenes and dox people. We don't go behind the scenes and, talk about unsubscribing from people or anything like that. That's not what this is about. You guys have to pay attention. If somebody is so mad because you, if somebody is so mad because you simply said a report is not fake, you should be asking them the questions, not me. Nobody should be that mad over saying that a report is fake. Nobody should be going to those extremes over saying a report is fake, is not fake. Yeah, I truly don't know the story, so I don't know what went down with this. It's really just, dishonesty, and I'm not even saying that I think Goose is a bad person or anything like that. I really did try to keep her name out of this, but they didn't. And that just shows you the respect they have for her, because I didn't want to blast her name and put her name out there or anything like that. I wanted to try to keep it to where, nobody was going to be talking about her, because that's just the type of person that I am. I don't think she's a bad person. I just think that, unfortunately, her loyalty lies with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can't just be loyal to, you know, everybody. They can only really show their loyalty to one person. And if you're telling me something and doing something completely different, your loyalty isn't with me. And it's that simple. And all of these things that Molly is saying, if Goose is telling her these things, that's horrible, because that's not how it went down at all. But you keep talking about it, Teaya. So I guess the new few mods that I got, they have some kind of malicious intent, and they're trying to sabotage me because of Molly. I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to be the narrative. Okay. This police report, Goose knew what a real report and told Teaya not to tell her channel that the report was real. When they went public, it was a fake report. Exactly. And if she would have just told me the truth, I don't think it would have turned out this way. I mean, I think it still would have turned out this way. I think it just, you know, I don't think that it would have been blowing up out of proportion the way that it is. Teaya, you missed my last comment, girl. MGL, hold on. MGL outed Goose on that live earlier as being part of the team of who's behind those two clip channels, Hills on the Ground, Hills in My Hair. I don't know those channels. But if that's the truth, like I'm saying, this woman has no loyalty to anybody. I have a kind heart. I'm very kind. I try to look at things from all perspectives. I think very critically. I know I don't appreciate the things that Goose has done. But I don't know if Goose is actually saying those things, because she's not saying them herself. Molly's saying them. But do I think that she will be thrown under the bus? Absolutely. And the reason why I'm saying this is because look how many people Molly has screwed over and threw under the bus. I don't see how anyone can sit there and make excuses for that woman. There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for these things. Okay? None. One of those accounts is always in Unirax chat. Interesting. If MGL's followers are watching her dox other members and don't think she'll do it to them, are deep in denial. Delusional. You're delusional. So basically, if you go against anything that she says, or if you express any type of opinion about her, you're going to be doxed. You're going to be doxed. Because if you go back and watch my live, and like I said, I'll link it in the description when this live stream is over. Yes, Rianne was saying her opinion about Molly, but everybody's allowed an opinion. Okay. I always say opinions are like assholes. That's how you need to look at it. You know, if you don't like somebody's opinion of you, then that's how you have to look at it. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? But you can't stop people's opinions about you. If somebody, just like Molly, calling me, you know, a trans woman, and people, when I walk down the street, say I look like a man, all of these things, does that mean I'm going to go dox her? No. Like, who does that type of shit? She was in the chat a couple weeks ago and said that her subscribers send her people's information, send other people's information to her. She's like, oh, your subscribers will do it for you. They'll send you information. If a supporter ever messages me and says, here's this person's address that you don't like, they're getting blocked. I don't play that shit. That's dangerous, and you don't know what could happen to that person when you put them in that type of position. But I could be wrong, but I didn't see her defending her. Hold on. They can. I don't care if they do it to me. To be honest, whether real or fake, Mrs. Letitia has a lifetime of online abuse. I'm sick of it. I'm nice until I'm not. Mrs. Letitia gives me the word. I'm going to act out. I went round and round with trolls. I hear you. This is why Teaya put in a FOIA for herself to see if a report existed. Once she found out a report did exist, regardless of the narrative in the report, she knew she had been lied to. Exactly. MGL is the type to take a story and add so much extra ish. I agree. I don't believe Ms. L is scamming. And if she were, her GFM will be down. But the wheels of justice turn slowly, and doing this, claiming it fake, doesn't make their cause look good, even though the cause is real. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I clipped it because I'm sure she'll private or delete it because she talked a lot of smack about a lot of people earlier and said a lot she probably shouldn't have. And that's horrible. Some of y'all are confused about what happened still. Teaya was told there was no report and that the report going around was fake and didn't exist. Yes. And if you go back to my live stream yesterday, I went into more detail. I'm just doing a recap, but I was told that the report was fake, that it didn't exist. Okay. I was told that these creators just created this fake report and put it on their channel to obviously confuse the masses by thinking that it's a fake report. Oh, thank you, Down the Rabbit Hole. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. That means so much to me. Thank you. But I was told that it was fake. And when I seen a few videos of people talking about this report, I looked at it. So I sent for it myself because I wanted to see if it was fake. And then I had people emailing me like, you've been bringing awareness to this Justice for Von's story. Are you going to talk about this? Because what if Ms. Letitia ignores this? Because she's trying to say that it's fake. What if it's ignored? Then it turns into a warrant for her not showing up and things like that. Ultimately, ignoring it and pretending it's fake is not going to help the situation. Okay. Oh, thank you, RL. Rabbit's amazing. Thank you so much, Down the Rabbit Hole. I appreciate you. Teaya, do you believe that Letitia will continue to associate with MGL and Goose? These folks are hurting her. I agree. I can be loyal to multiple friends without lying to them. Bottom line is a friend doesn't ask you to lie for another friend. I agree. I feel like, you know what? She could have just not said anything to me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless, I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. So why not even just don't say nothing to me, and I'll find out on my own. But then when you tell me that it's a lie, and the report is fake and I find out that it's real, then that means that you're perpetuating someone else's false narrative. And I just always thought that we were closer than that. And I was wrong. And I stand corrected. But wait, maybe I'm missing a part of this story. Goose is also going with the narrative of MGL because I think Goose is a nice person who can literally talk to anyone. I'm not saying that Goose is a nice person, and nor do I know if Goose is saying those things that Molly is saying. Okay? I don't know what Goose is saying. It's not her talking. This is Molly speaking for Goose. So I don't know for sure if Goose is saying these things. I have no idea. But what I do know is there's definitely things that Molly has said, like about the pallets and things like that, and the lies and misconstruing everything. Somebody had to tell her about that story. Somebody had to tell her that I was sent pallets from somebody that is a supporter of mine. She's on an absolute narc high. The supply is overflowing for her at the moment, but she'll crash. And when she does, a lot of you guys know her better than I do. My apologies to you. I was reading the chat and was just asking because sometimes I miss a part of a discussion. Then get confused. Yeah, I'm not saying that Goose isn't nice. I do think that she's nice. I've had really, really good times with Goose. But I was very loyal to her, And I'm loyal to all my friends. And all I ask for is honesty. That's all. And if it's hard for you to be honest, it's not going to work out for us to be friends, you know, because I want to be honest with everybody. And I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but I'm not a perfect person by any means. But all I ask is that you just tell the truth. That's it. And when she did that, it was time to say bye-bye. But it's not as if I'm like yelling and screaming at her and you're this and you're that. And, you know, I would never do that. That's not me. If I was going to do that, I would have been done that already. Okay. I have been not even saying her name because at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's pointless. It's pointless. This is wash and rinse, find new victims, and respects repeat cycle. I'm sorry. It's super upsetting and hard to reconcile because Goose was so nice to everyone and added some great conversation to the panel. I agree. I'm not saying that she didn't. And I'm not saying that Goose was a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. And then I'm going to end it with that conversation. She was somebody that I was friends with for a while and I trusted her. Okay. And when I tell you to be honest with me and tell me the truth, I think Goose has known me well enough and long enough to know those are things that I just don't tolerate. Now, I'm not saying that she isn't a nice person. I'm not saying that she didn't add to the conversation, but I'm saying that it didn't work out with between the two of us as friends, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't even be talking about or bringing up her name if Molly didn't. You should care about your friends. And I wish Goose well. I hope everything works out with her, but you know, the damage is done. The damage is done. If anything, if maybe Molly should just stop talking about her. That would be good for her to do. If that's her friend, stop bringing up her name. How about that? Molly is jealous of everyone. I see that. Why did Letitia say she had being refunds one day in Molly's chat? Yet, not done. Got a refund. She also went along with the instruction how to clean out the account. Those are things that you will have to ask Ms. Letitia. Like I said, I will address that towards the end of the video. I need to rewind and see what all happened. And I have so many people, and I appreciate your support. Yes, shocking is the perfect word. I appreciate your support. My friends called the accountability queen. I'm all about accountability. I'd rather you tell me the truth than find out you lied. After that, the trust is forever gone. I agree. Honestly, and loyalty equals friendship. Amen. Actually, I haven't seen that Goose's and Molly's chat yesterday or today. Definitely not that stream earlier. Well, like I said, you know, I'm not going to take everything that Molly says because everything she says is a fucking lie. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't take those. I hope that Molly doesn't throw her under the bus because I wouldn't want anybody to go through that. But if she does, then, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Anytime that I would ever ask her, you know, behind the scenes, why does Molly do this? Why does Molly do that? There's always an excuse for everything this woman does. And it's like, when do the excuses stop? There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse to, I'm unsubscribing because she didn't say what I wanted her to say. Like, come on. This is not fucking elementary school. Okay? But another thing I will say too, before I play the rest of this, I'm not, thank you so much. Nat Flo for the super chat. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. Teaya, at the end of the day, you know you're a good person, and we know. And to be honest, I started liking you because of the way you give your opinions. You've never been one to wish ill will or call names. No, I don't do that. I would never do that. And people who do that, if you're supporting them, you need to question them, you guys. You need to question. because you can't sit there and support that type of behavior. I blame her supporters who sit there and condone the things that she says and does. Okay. Thank you, Kisney, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Glam Fam, girl. Thank you. So happy you are on early. I am in New Jersey, and I am sleeping when you go live. 3 kids. I have 3 kids too, sweetie, so I understand how it is. I'm going to try to start going live a lot earlier and try to balance it out for people who can't make my late lives. I personally believe she hasn't met as many famous people as she says. Name droppers tend to overgastrate. I'm not good at pronouncing words, you guys. Sorry. Teaya, now you have to teach me how to do my eye makeup. I will. I am going to be doing a live stream probably tomorrow, doing makeup and just chatting. Yes, I'm going to go live tonight too. I'm here to support you because I respect your integrity. It's hard to find these days. It is, LNG. It is. The doxing of the Patreons is disgusting. I would think that's a breach of Patreon's privacy rules. Okay, yes. So that's another thing that I want to talk about. Hold on, let me play the rest of this here.
About something, and that person ended up screwing Teaya over, and Teaya came back to Goose and was like, yeah, you were absolutely right. And it's kind of like that again. She doesn't know who.
Oh, sorry if that was echoing, you guys. First of all, how is that happening again? That's not the way that this went down. I didn't remove Goose as a mod because of other mods, okay? When I removed Goose as a mod the first time, it was because she went to another mod to talk about another mod, okay? But this time, the reason why I removed Goose as a mod is because she was lying to me. It has nothing to do with any of my mods. It has nothing to do with Sparkle. It has nothing to do with Rianne. It has nothing to do with Stranger Clicking. It has nothing to do with Save Robbie. It has nothing to do with Steph TXMA. It has nothing to do with Llama Girl. All of those are my mods. That has nothing to do with why I removed her as a mod. Okay? Yes, she happened to be right about, and sometimes I don't even know if she was right. I don't even know now. But she was right about some things that she said about people that were moderators for us. But at the end of the day, it very much shows, how in the hell does that have anything to do with what's going on? That's not why I removed Goose as a mod. I removed her as a mod because all I ask for is honesty. And if you cannot do something as simple as being honest, I question everything about you. Just be honest. It's very, very simple. Or don't say anything at all. You didn't have to say anything at all. But when you say something to me and it turns out to not be true, to me, I'm looking at that like, are you trying to manipulate me into doing what Molly wants? That's how it was. It has nothing to do with, oh, I have new mods now, so I buy the Goose. No. Every single mod that I've even had, you know what I'm saying? I don't go and blast them and talk about why I did what I did, except for once. But regardless, I don't talk about them now. I wish them nothing but the best. The point is, and the reason why I did that before is because they were doing some stuff that wasn't right. But regardless, I'm not the type of person where, oh, I have new mods. I enjoyed having Goose as a mod. You know what I'm saying? But if you lied to me, how do I know what you've lied to me about in the past? You know what I'm saying? I won't trust anything that you say to me up until that point. And then there were other things that were happening too. So instead of talking about it, you don't know the fucking story. Okay? That's her side of the story. And she's entitled to tell her side of the story. And now I'm telling mine. But guess what? You guys are the only ones who's talking about this, because I was not. I didn't even mention her fucking name. I just don't understand the motive of going public to call this report fake, because saying it's fake, as in the reporting victim lied, doesn't make the report fake. That narrator explanation makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that is exactly what I'm saying. Gretchen the Great. The only reason why I wanted to acknowledge that the report is real is because why would you say that a report is fake when it's not, unless there is a motive, if there's some kind of personal agenda behind it? I feel like ignoring that report doesn't help Ms. Letitia. It hurts her. Because at the end of the day, it's not going away. What if she ignores it, like I said, and then it turns into, that summons turns into a warrant? Creators are still talking about her. But once Ms. Letitia came here and confirmed that the report is indeed real, that's when they started changing their narrative and saying, I never said it was actually fake. I just said what's written. She just said I said what was written in the report was fake. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense either. You said the report was fake. You said it was on a fake document. You said that things were misspelled, that the police would never misspell. You also said that because it said edited on the report, when creators were showing it, that meant it was fake too. And it's like, of course, creators are going to edit the report to redact the things in the report so people won't see private information. Right. False allegations doesn't equate to a fake police report. Exactly. It doesn't.
Really, and to Tia's, I don't know, credit if is the word, but a lot of these people, they really do pretend to be your friend and pretend that they're not affiliated with someone when they really are. And they do that just so a channel will flip in their favor for influence. And I think, no, this is what's happening with her right now. And it's going to be probably a very hard lesson for her. They first.
Okay. So I see you're acting, very nice and contrite, Justin, but behind the scenes, you're unsubscribing, pretty much telling everybody else to unsubscribe from me. But here's the thing. Now, if you are saying that the people that are my mods right now, okay, if you're saying that they're affiliated with another channel, please show proof to back that up. If you can show me some proof to back that up, I'll stand corrected. Okay? I'm my own person. Nobody can sway me to do anything that I don't want to do. Any choice I ever made, I did because I wanted to. So are you saying that you had my best interest at heart? Because if you had my best interest at heart, it's not as if you were ever on my channel. You came on my channel sometimes and I appreciate it, but I've never spoken with you on the phone. I've never had any kind of correspondence with you or anything like that. So if you're saying that the newer mods that I have are here for the wrong reasons and they're trying to sway my opinion because I don't have a brain of my own and I can't think for myself, they're trying to sway my opinion to gain control or change the narrative of the masses, please send me proof of that, okay? That's a pretty big accusation to not have any proof to back it up. Hey, Dave. Good to see you. Justin and Molly recommend me to you. Yeah, and then they told you to unsubscribe, Marie. That's all of that. That's all that it is. That it is just false allegations on a police report, not a fake police report saying, okay, I already read that. Only channels I was a part of was Molly and Justin's Before Von's Story. I had nothing to do with YouTube, just watched videos. J for All, MGL, and Goose are full of shit because they definitely don't know me from a can of paint and never had a conversation with me. None of them. I talked to Goose on the phone once about a live. That's it. Oh no, what did I miss? Justin seems to love you. I wasn't told to unsubscribe. Well, I can show you proof that he said he was unsubscribing from me simply because I said a report was fake. I want you guys to really let that sink in. All of this is happening right now because I confirmed that a report was not fake. Do you think that'd be simple? You think they'd say, okay, well, the report's fake, move on. That's not what fucking happened. It ultimately ended with my mod being doxed. What exactly kind of excuse do you have for this? Because I can tell you what, right now, none of my mods would never, ever do something like this. Nor would I. I listened quietly to Molly's live this morning. She just out and out lies to her subs. I know, Dave, she does. Anybody who watched my live last night, you would know I never said any of those things coming out of her mouth. Never said any of those, and none of that shit. Justice for All is just like Molly. He just fakes like he's nice. Good cop, bad cop, just saying. I don't know him very well. What I knew of him, I did genuinely like. I thought he was an amazing person. And the reason why I unmodded him along with Goose is because I figured he was only here for Goose. You know what I'm saying? That him and Goose are friends. So, but I didn't have any ill will or any bad feelings towards him. But for him to go in his Patreon and say simply because I said the report was fake, you're unsubscribing from me only for your subscribers to follow your lead, that's not a good person in my opinion. A good person would never do something like that because I wouldn't. I don't care how much I can't stand somebody. If I'm talking to a smaller creator, you know, if I'm cool with a smaller creator, I would never go behind their back just because I don't like what they do and say unsubscribe. First of all, I don't want subscribers like that, for one. I don't want supporters that's just going to go with the masses and not have a brain of their own. I encourage all of you to do your own research, do your due diligence. Don't just go by what I say. Learn for yourself. Okay, I'm going to pull up the next one.
It's bad. And the thing is I don't want Goose to come up here and tell people what happened because she's gonna start crying.
It's really for sure.
It's
really
it's a fuss. Fuss. She's been number one for weeks. Oh my God. Where's Goose been? Is she okay? No, she's upset. If you guys knew what Teaya did to Goose, my mouth dropped. It's bad.
That's one relationship where I never thought would fail.
I never thought that was going to happen.
Well, let's start off by, you can't hear me because I was on mute. I just wanted to make sure you could hear this. Yeah, but I mute when I pull up clips. Okay. So let's start off with this. You're trying to say that if you knew what Teaya did to Goose, oh my God. Let me tell you something. Okay. If you think that unmodding someone is the most devastating thing that you could ever do to somebody, you need to be examined, okay? Because at the end of the day, I didn't do anything to Goose, okay? And just because you are obviously listening to her side of the story, which is fine, you can listen to her side of the story, but in no way, shape, or form did I do anything to Goose. If anything, Goose did this to herself. And to be honest, maybe you guys have something to do with it too. Because if you're telling Goose that this report is fake, and you're telling her, well, hopefully Teaya doesn't talk about this, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that's why Goose lied about the report. Who knows why she lied about the report? I have no idea. But what I will say is that it didn't have to even be the way that it is. And me saying that I didn't charge her to be a mod. You want to know why I said that? Is because you do, Molly. You do. Every mod that you have, okay, pays you to be their mod. They're in your Patreon, okay? So therefore, in your Patreon, the tier for $50 is to be a moderator, and it's to get free life coaching, right? So that's what I said to Goose. And I didn't say that to Goose to hurt her feelings. Excuse me. I said that to Goose for her to hopefully think one day. You may not see it now, but later on, just know that you don't have to pay me shit to be your friend. You don't have to pay me shit to be loyal to you. You don't have to pay me nothing to be a moderator for me. I was your friend because I genuinely liked you. And I genuinely trusted you, okay? And when you lied to me, I unmodded you. Now, even though I unmodded you, it still didn't have to turn out like this. I still would have been cool with you. I still probably would have even talked to you. You are the one who made this choice because you decided to flip it, excuse me, and say that, you're questioning my loyalty. You tried to flip it. I have been nothing but loyal. I don't talk behind anything I've ever said. I've said to Goose. But I will not tolerate being manipulated, and I don't like being lied to. And that's all I ever asked. And you bet your ass I told Goose, which shows me that everything I've told Goose, she went back and told Molly. Because, which I don't give a fuck, I'll own anything. I'll say it to your motherfucking face. When I seen Goose on Molly's panel while Michelle was being talked about and people were talking about Michelle's baby and saying horrible things to Michelle, Goose says that she was defending Michelle. Maybe she was. I haven't seen the whole thing, okay? In her defense, maybe she was defending Michelle when she was up on that panel. But what I will say is being up on that panel while you're talking shit to Michelle, someone who I do feel has serious mental health issues, okay? When you do those types of things and you sit up there, no matter how much you're defending them, you're complicit. That's just my opinion. And that's when I told Goose, don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and you're not a mod. Because Goose was never like this. People didn't even know she was a mod for Molly. Nobody even fucking knew. And when people started knowing, that's when shit started getting real. And that's when you start paying attention to where people's loyalty lie, where it's at. Now, I'm not saying that Goose and Molly are not friends or anything like that. All I'm saying is that you had to pay her for her to pay attention to you. You didn't have to do that with me. That's what I meant by that. I would never charge somebody for being a fucking mod. I would never charge somebody for, well, I'm not a life coach, so, but that's another thing I said on Down the Rabbit Holes panel. You know, it's like Goose even, sorry, my little guy's being loud. Goose even, you know, tried to get me and Molly to talk. You know, I do believe her intentions were good in the beginning, and she tried to get me and Molly to talk. But it didn't work out, because why would Molly talk to me? I'm not paying her to talk to me. I'm not paying her to pay attention to me. But that's probably the reason why Molly and I never spoken. You know what I'm saying? Spoken on the phone, never had any kind of correspondence with each other. Because why would she? That doesn't benefit her to talk to me. You know, I'm not as big a creator as her, you know, so that doesn't benefit her. But at the end of the day, I never wanted to talk to Molly to begin with. In the very, very beginning, yes, I would have talked to her, you know, if it was worth talking about this case. And getting more exposure out to the Justice for Vaughn story and things like that. But I really do believe that it's a blessing in disguise, because I never wanted any alignment with her, you know. And there have been people that have warned me about Goose and Molly, you know, and I've always had Goose's back. I've always had her back. And even some of the people that warn me, though, the way that they warn me, I don't like. You know, when you come at me, they would still be here had they not acted the way that they did. It was their delivery of how they tried to tell me. But at the end of the day, that's what I meant by that. You know, at the end of the day, just remember, you were my mod for free. You would never have to do those types of things to get my attention, and you didn't. But that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. There have been several other friends Goose went after for Marissa, and she gets mean. Well, sure she does. She's very, very loyal to Molly. I thought you were on her panel a couple of times. Molly is horrible. Molly is a horrible person and always will be. Hope you will go hard on her like you have been with KJ. I have been on Molly's panel a couple of times. Yes, in the beginning of the Justice for Vaughn story, I have been on her panel before. But that doesn't mean that I was supporting her. Just because I go on somebody's panel, let's put it this way, that doesn't mean that she was my friend. She wasn't my friend. I respected her because we had a mutual friend, but she wasn't my friend. I didn't have any kind of alignment with her or anything like that. I really didn't want anything to do with her because I just don't think she's a good person, and I never have. So me being on Molly's panel a couple of times had nothing to do with me being friends with her. It had to do with me talking about the Justice for Vaughn story. These people are paying someone they don't even know and trusting them with personal details, then doing shady-ish for them behind the scenes to keep their idols' hands clean. MGL has always done that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of how much you don't like someone, this is still a paying Patreon of hers. And for her to pull up her address and pull her house up on Google, like, that is the lowest of the low. I don't need to sit here and talk about Molly and talk about her looks and talk about the things she has, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. Okay, people like that go around spreading that type of hate and misery can't be happy in their real lives. I am, okay? And there is no way that somebody that looks like me is going to sit there and bash Molly's looks, because she, like I said, she doesn't hold a candle to me. But what I will say is that there is no excuse for this. I don't care what excuse she comes up with. This is somebody else's house. This is somebody else's life. You're on Patreon. You have her address. And simply because she said she doesn't like you, you got your little panties, big panties in a bunch, and you freaking dox her house. See here. Teaya was on Molly's panel because there was a good, not for friendships. Molly's just can't, hold on. Molly just can't wrap her head around professional connections. I agree, Dave. I agree with that. She should be posting a dress after what happened to Doug. Who's Doug? You were on her back there for a bit, saying you liked and respected her. Glad you are coming to the light. Molly will be attacking for the next weeks to come for sure. Molly is known for doxing. I understand that she's known for doxing and all of those things. I definitely came to a point where I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I think Molly's funny. I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. However, that was still for the sake of somebody else, because I think Goose probably did want me and Molly to get along because that's better for her. You know what I'm saying? And I can honestly say I didn't try, though. Like, I just tried to keep it cordial. But there have been times that I've been on a panel with Molly and she was funny. She made me laugh my ass off and different things like that. So I'm like, maybe she's not so bad, you know? And I was always told she gives to charities. So I still would try to watch her, but then it didn't last long, because the more and more things that I would see, I would be like, I can't, I've tried. And I'm pretty sure I even had told over the phone one day, I told Goose that I said, I tried, I can't do it. This woman is horrible. She is horrible. That's why I just tried to stay far away from her after that. That's the thing with Molly. I like her when I first watched her because she was funny. Yeah, she's funny. I'm not gonna lie, she's very funny. There's nothing wrong with giving someone the benefit of the doubt, especially professionally. Defending something wrong doesn't necessarily mean you're defending that particular person. You're amazing. Thank you, Carol. And that's exactly what I mean. You nailed it with that one. I just tried to be cordial, for the sake of a friend, because I would want someone to do that for me. And I try to treat people the way that I would want to be treated. So, I tried to be cordial, and it didn't work, obviously, because I wanted to be a good friend. And I understood that, Goose really adores Molly and she's very loyal to Molly. So I looked at it like, okay, I will do my best to try to be cordial with this person, especially because we were talking about the same story at the time. And the more and more I would watch, the more and more I'm like, I can't, I cannot do this. The good things of maybe her giving to charities and things like that, I think that's absolutely amazing. But the bad things you do overpower all of that. Like, nobody's ever going to look at that when you're constantly doing things like this. Nobody is. And to me, I think it's very, very ignorant and rude for them to even bring up Goose's name, to be honest with you. Or even if you were to bring up Goose's name, I don't think you should have brought up her name. You could have told Goose's story without bringing up her name, because I wasn't bringing up her name. I was trying to keep it her name out of it, because at the end of the day, I haven't seen her speaking. it just shows you where they're coming from. She uses that to say, look, I'm glad I give to charities. But she's really, and I think the rest of it stopped. Gretchen says, I couldn't remember his name, but was going to type the same comment. Right. Oh, okay, Susan. Oh my gosh, welcome to the Glam Fam. Oh boy. I don't think I'm the Webzo lies exposed. Webzo lies exposed. Welcome to the Glam Fam. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. That means a lot. Thank you. Teaya does not condone doxing. No, I do not. Let me see here. Hopefully Molly can learn how to spell Tia's name. She don't even have to. You know what? I don't even want her to spell my name right. Like, I understand that Molly thinks that people are obsessed with her and they talk about her every day on the channel and things like that, and they use her for clout. Molly is the last person that I would try to use for clout. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to be on my channel going back and forth with her. So be prepared for me to ignore the majority of things that she's saying. I just want to point out what she did to someone who did not deserve this. People are going to have their opinions about you, and you don't necessarily have to like it. But taking advantage of being a Patreon creator and using that and finding someone's address that is a paying member of yours and pulling that address up on Google and using that picture for your thumbnail, no, that is, to me, unacceptable. It's wrong on so many levels. Girl, I scrolled past the video thinking she was thanking someone in advance, so it's best she didn't spell her. I don't care. And that's the thing too, I don't care about the things that she says, you guys. She can say whatever the fuck she wants to. I'm not going and doing a tit for tat with somebody like her. If she does horrible things, I'll call it out, especially things like this. But I am not going tit for tat. Well, you said this and I said that and you said this and no. First of all, I don't have time for that shit. Second of all, I don't think that she is worth talking about on a daily basis. There are other channels that do a great job at that. I don't need to do that. Had I known Teaya was Teaya and not thanks in advance, I would have clicked on her video first. But I thought, I don't care who she is thanking in advance. Right. Molly went off for ages about Teaya is all concerned about sub members, then went for ages about her sub numbers and views. Where's that? Bless her gaslighting teeny heart. Exactly. And that's the thing too. It's like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. And of course, because you have 70,000 subs, you think that that's all people care about. But I don't care about that shit. Excuse me. You can talk about me. You can sit there and talk about me, say whatever you want, and talk about my subs and blah, 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 blah. That's because that's what matters to you. That's what matters to Molly. That's what matters to you, Molly. That shit don't matter to me. You can sit there and talk about my subs, my views, blah, 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 this. I'm still going to kill it. I'm still going to get on my channel and do my content. And I love my supporters. I don't give a fuck about the people who were only here for you. And it's a shame because I never wanted or asked her to share my channel. I didn't want anything to do with her. And this is exactly why, you guys, because this is what problematic and toxic creators like her do. And I just didn't want any involvement with it. Any involvement with her. But at the end of the day, that's what you care about. I don't care about that shit. I was like, it's kind of weird she's thanking anyone at all. But to take up 2 whole channels thanking someone before they do her a favor in a big strange, but I can't be bothered. I hate peas, me too. See you in the replay crew later. It's like she can't wait to drop a link for Michelle to humiliate her, and she's in the chat. I agree. That's one of the reasons why I said, please, like, I don't want anything to do with that woman. I don't care how. I understand that that woman has said a lot about her, but Michelle, I just feel like you're going back and forth with her. I just feel bad for Michelle. I really do. I feel bad for her. I left MGO after she blew up on one of her supporters and cut her off panel. She screamed, she couldn't take it anymore, but she's responsible for her own channel. She was just nasty to her. Yeah, and that's just horrible that you use your subscribers and, you know, your supporters to your advantage and you use them to harass people. That's not right at all. And I said, I really do stand firm with YouTube needs to do something about this. This isn't right. It's just not. Right. I'm a really small channel with 2,300 subs and I make 333 this month, but I am happy. Exactly. And I just don't, YouTube's not my bread and butter. I do this because I love it. I do it because it's my passion. Of course, I want a successful YouTube channel, and I will have a successful YouTube channel, but that doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't count subscribers when I wake up. Like I said, I don't count how many views I get. I just don't pay attention to that kind of stuff right now because I feel like in due time, you know, when I stay true to myself and speak my truth, the right people will find me, you know? So I'm not worried about how many subscribers I have or how many subscribers I'm losing because of her. Like, that doesn't make me. Okay. I don't come to YouTube for validation. I don't need validation from you guys either. You know, I like that you guys can come in here. I just want to create a safe place in my chat for people to have their opinions, even if they're conflicting, you know, even if people's opinions don't align with my own. I'm not trying to create echo chambers, but as far as like subs and views and all of that stuff, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm in competition with nobody but myself. But if that makes her happy to sit there and say I'm spiraling out of control and oh my God, and it's crazy how she makes it about her. Like, she's sitting there saying, move on. What the hell are you talking about? Move on. I don't talk about you, but it's like she wants people to talk about her. She wants people to think that she's relevant in some way, shape, or form, and that people just talk about her just because they want clout, because she's just this huge, big YouTuber that everybody's jealous of. And it's delusional to me. I've never paid any attention to her. Why do you think I'm going to pay any attention to you now? Except for call out the bullshit shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't start this. You did. You're the one who got mad because I simply said a police report wasn't fake. You're the one who started this. You're the one who keeps talking about me, not the other way around. Oh, shit. Out of control many times. It doesn't matter what people say, good or bad. At least they are talking about her. And here's the thing, too. You're right, Amber, but here's the thing, too. What really, really just, it just baffles me beyond belief is that she can sit there and lie to the people, to her supporters, and they probably would never even go back and fact check. Okay. Go back. She knows that her audience is that ignorant. Not all. I'm sure all of her audience isn't, but she knows that the majority of her audience is so ignorant that they would never go back and fact check the things that she's saying, that they'll never go back and, let's just say, I'm going to go watch Teaya's video because this is just crazy. What was all this stuff that Teaya was saying? She knows they're not going to do that. She knows they're not going to try to do their own due diligence and their own research. It's like she knows her own subscribers don't have a brain of their own, and that she can just tell them anything and they're just going to go with it. It's like, that is somebody who their ego is way, way, way too big for their own reality, in my opinion. Like, that's nothing but being just a huge narcissist. It's mind-blowing to me. I can't believe people support her and what she has done to victims' families. Right, Amber. I don't get it either. Why do people blindly follow and jump on everything she says with no proof whatsoever? That's what I'm saying. Like, she knows that nobody's going to check what she's done, though. She knows it. You know, she knows that people are not going to go back and say, let me watch this live and see what Teaya said. You know what I'm saying? She knows it. And it's like, that's not a compliment towards the people, to the people that support her. It's not a compliment. She's basically saying that you guys are too ignorant. Okay. And ignorance is bliss, by the way, that you guys are too ignorant to go look up things for yourself. Like, the fuck? I'm sorry. I just think that something ain't right. And I'm not going back and forth with somebody like that. I'm not going to do it. But I will call out problematic behavior always.
I was like, it was like, no way.
I mean, Goose would even call Teaya
Did you guys hear any of the things that was just said? Because my internet went out. Let me know if you heard what I just played you. Yeah, my internet just went out for a second. Hold on, I'll play it again. Okay, hold on.
She's been number one for weeks. To Goose, my mouth dropped. It's bad.
That's one relationship where I never thought would fail.
I never thought that was going to happen. I was like, it was like, no way.
I mean, Goose would even call Teaya 15 minutes before her live was supposed to start to remind her. And then Teaya said, you know, I modded you and I didn't even charge you.
What?
Yeah, that's what she said.
What about the don't be surprised, Goose, if you wake up in the morning and your wrench is gone? She treated Goose like shit, man. It's bad. And the thing is I don't want Goose to come up here and tell people what happened because she's gonna start crying.
It's really for sure.
It's a fuss.
The only people that is making Goose look bad right now is the two of you. Okay? Because you are talking about personal things that Goose has told the both of you. You also outed her by basically telling that Goose told you things that I told her. And also, yeah, Goose has called me sometimes before my live streams. I didn't ask her to, but she would call me sometimes. Or I'm not going to go there. But what I will say is that if you think that unmodding a person, and as I've always said, and these words have been taken from me by Goose, which is people act like getting a wrench is like getting a key to the fucking White House, and it's not. Taking somebody's wrench is not the most devastating thing in the world, and if it is, then you need to do some soul searching. You need to look within yourself. It's a wrench. It's not that serious, okay? So let's start off with that. And it's funny how you changed that wording, Justin, from, oh, I don't even charge you for being a mod. That's not what I said. I said to Goose, don't, because what we weren't even going back and forth, but she was talking about, loyalty and me not being loyal to her. And I'm like, you know what? I understand things. I'm not going to say the whole message, but the last thing I said to her is just remember, you were my mod for free. That's what I said to her. And if I have to pull up the text message, I will. And I meant that to maybe, hopefully, one day she'll think about how you had to pay someone to pay attention to you. You may be friends with her now, but you still, are a Patreon of hers, and being a mod was something that is a perk of the tier or whatever. And I never knocked her for that or anything like that, but I will say that I don't think Molly has any loyalty to anyone. I don't think she has any loyalty to anyone. And you want to sit there and talk about, loyalty. That was my way of telling Goose, I was your friend. I liked you as a mod. What I won't tolerate is being lied to, and just know that all of those things happened because I genuinely liked you, not because you had to pay me. That's what that meant. But funny how you tried to change the narrative on that. And yes, I've never asked Goose to call me before a live stream, but yes, she's called me a couple times. Most of the time she's called me is if I'm late to a live stream. She'll be like, are you coming? But I've never said that Goose was a horrible person. I've never said that she was even a bad mod, anything like that. That's just you grasping to straws, right? That's what that is. And what else did they say? I think that's it. Okay. Sorry about that. But that's what that is. I don't want a wrench ever. So I guess I shouldn't throw you a wrench, right, Peg? Teaya, much respect for standing up for what is right. Thank you so much. I want to make it plain and clear here. I will do a public statement. I was wrong. I defended and supported Molly over the past 2 months. I will no longer be supportive of her, and I fully support Michelle. That's awesome. I'm glad you see her for who she truly is. And don't play the victim role here like you're doing the absolute most. This This is what manipulative people do. I agree, Sparkle, because that's ultimately what it is. Like, I hurt Goose so bad, like I took her wrench. Get over it. I didn't do anything to Goose. Goose made a choice, and ultimately this is how it turned out. But me saying I don't even charge you, like I said, I will pull up the motherfucking text message myself if I have to, because that's not what I said. I just said, just remember, and it's something that I just want her to remember. And it's for her own benefit, because I do seriously, genuinely care. I care about her. I don't think she's a horrible person. I just think her loyalty wasn't with me, and that's okay. But like I said, just remember, you were my mod for free. I was your friend for free. You don't have to pay me to get my attention. I would have never thrown you under the bus. I would never have done those things to you. And the fact that they keep throwing out her name shows you the type of people that they are. Okay? Because if you're upset and you're seriously that upset over a damn wrench, you were never my friend to begin with. You only cared about being a wrench. Okay? So that's what I have to say about that. Teaya, the Kool-Aid wants to know if they can clip some of this. Absolutely. You can clip anything. I don't strike people unless it's really, really bad. Shots fired at Melissa's house. Dolly Vision's ex-girlfriend. Who's that? Hello, Princess Chicken. Thank you for being here. She just worried she could potentially lose Goose. G is an asset. She helps with information. She speaks well, and she speaks out mods and supports. Yes, and that's fine. You know, Goose can be supportive of her. That's fine. I hope everything works out for her, and I hope that, you know, everything, she has a wonderful life. I do. I don't have any ill will towards her. I'm not going to throw and drag her name. The only reason why I'm talking about this is because they are trying to make it seem like I'm this horrible person who hurt Goose. And that's just not the case. If she would have told me the truth, nothing would have ever came of this, and she'd still be a mod. But I ask for the truth and nothing but the truth. And if I give you the truth, I expect that in return. And the fact that even with me telling her, you know, don't be surprised if you wake up and your wrench is gone, the reason why I say that, because now I'm going to go ahead and say that Molly probably knew all along that I didn't like her, because I would always ask Goose, why does Molly do this? Why does Molly do that? Like, I would always ask her, you know what I'm saying? Because she knows Molly. So she probably did know the whole time that I don't like her, you know? And the reason why, like I said, that I told Goose, don't be surprised if you wake up and your wrench is gone, is because when you're on somebody else's panel and you have people literally talking about a woman's dead baby, yes, you may have been defending her on that panel, but you're still complicit, in my opinion. You could have defended her and then left the panel. That's how I look at it. Because at the end of the day, here's what needs to be remembered. Not only is this, you know, my channel, but I do care about my brand. I do care who my mods are, because my mods are a representation of me. And every creator is different. Every creator looks at it in a different way, but I feel like my mods are a representation of me. And especially for someone, you know, people who are so vocal about mental health and mental health issues like myself, it's important to me to have mods that represent me in a good way. You know, and I just told her, like, because she was becoming so vocal on Molly's panel, which is great, but in the same sense, it's getting you mixed up into shit, you know? And then when you start getting mixed up into shit, then that's just dragging you in it. And then you're on somebody's panel while they're talking about somebody's dead child and saying horrible things. And I'm not saying Michelle doesn't, but just saying horrible, horrible things. And you may have been defending. I don't know because I didn't see the whole thing, but you still stood up there while it happened. You know, and I'm not the only person that said that. My Lord, now this channel is gone to some people's. My Lord, now this channel is gone to some people's heads. What do you mean shots fired outside Dolly's house? Yeah, that's what I don't know who that is. If you don't know what to say when someone is being abusive to someone else, then make your absence or silence noticeable, but don't sit silently. Hop off panel. Exactly. And that's what I said. Because I guess, you know, she said she was defending her. And I said, okay, but once you defended her, why didn't you just leave? You know, when you're sitting up there and they're saying these horrible, horrible things to this woman, why would you, you know, and it's only this woman against other people, you know? So I was just like, you know, you're, in my opinion, you're complicit, but that's just my opinion, you know? I care about my brand. Why do you think that I stood up and spoke the truth? Because I care about my brand and I want for my supporters to know I'm always going to tell them the truth, no matter the consequences, because the truth is always, always gonna obviously set you free. The truth is always going to do that. And it's always going to take you to a great place. Okay. Your good karma always comes back around. It always comes back around to you. So I feel like the truth is always going to help you excel and be a better person and be more successful. When you are not afraid to speak the truth and you don't let people silence you, there's nowhere to go but up. But if you just cater to everyone and keep your mouth shut just to appease others and just to perpetuate others' narratives, because silence is being complicit. Had I stood here and been silent, that means I'm complicit in what's going on. So I knew the consequences that came along with it. I knew I was going to lose subscribers. I knew what was going to happen. But to me, that's not important. The truth is more important to me because I know that speaking my truth, speaking the truth, like I said, you're not going anywhere but up. No matter how long it takes, you're still going up because you're trying to do the right thing and be honest and transparent with the people who support you. I owe that to my people. Okay. I owe them nothing but the truth. So that's why I did what I did. You think I didn't know I was going to lose subscribers? You think I didn't know that fucking shit? I knew as soon as it happened. I'm like, well, here we go again. Speaking my truth. These bigger creators, and they did exactly what I knew they were going to do. I was prepared for this. So all of you people saying you're sorry, you know what? Say you're sorry to my mod who got doxed over this. Don't say you're sorry to me. I'm going to win no matter what. Because now I know, and it's very, very important to me for people to know that I stand for my convictions. I don't put my integrity and morals aside just for subs, clicks, and views. Subs are always going to come and go. YouTube is a bumpy ride, but I know where I'm going from here. And yes, I may be losing subscribers, but I'm not counting those subscribers. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me sad. It doesn't do anything. I'm just proud of myself for speaking the truth. And that's pretty much it. You kind of mentally prepare yourself for things like that. You hope it doesn't happen. You hope that that person is a better person than you actually thought that they would be. But Molly proves, I think, on a daily that she's just not a good person. So I am so happy that I did speak the truth. And I don't want people to think, oh my God, you know, you have to know somebody's situation before you say those things. Now, like I said, if this was somebody's bread and butter and Molly did this to somebody, I think that would be a huge deal. And that's why I think YouTube needs to do something about creators doing this. I feel it's a problem in YouTube, to just tell people to unsubscribe. I don't like that. I think it's wrong. But in the same sense, it doesn't affect me. It just doesn't. I truly feel sick to my stomach that my name can be seen on MGL's lives. I just thank God that I could stick to my gut and realize what I was feeling in the back of my mind. Absolutely, Hannah. Absolutely. It doesn't matter if you were in her past lives. You see it now, and that's what matters. So sad when a person realizes they've been manipulated by someone who supported her. Tough. I'm guilty. It's okay. I'm a 66-year-old woman that says I'm proud of you. Bravo. Oh, thank you, Gail. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I adore you, Teaya. You are the best. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Janine? Am I saying your name right? Hopefully I am. Thank you so much. Teaya can look herself in the mirror, doesn't lose sleep, and doesn't worry about someone. Where'd that go? Okay, Teaya can look herself in the mirror, doesn't lose sleep, and doesn't worry about someone rolling up on her when she's in public. Absolutely. Thank you for keeping the chat respectful. All opinions are always welcome and encouraged. Absolutely. Thank you for being you and speaking out, Teaya. Thank you for having my back, and our backs love you. I love you more, sweetheart. I love you guys all. Very, very much. Those who unsubbed are like sheep. Very childish behavior, in my opinion. I love this channel, honestly. Integrity and principles. Exactly. That's how I look at it. In the end, I'm still winning. I don't care. Subscribers is just not something that is that big of a deal to me. I'm humble. I'm happy for the people who are here. But if you don't want to be here, go. Okay, especially if you're only here to support one person. And trust me, I thought about it. I'm like, before I even, decided to do the live stream of talking about the police report, I thought about it. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to lose subscribers over this shit. I said that, I'm like, I'm going to lose some subscribers over this shit because I could tell that woman is just like that. So I contemplated for probably about 2 minutes. Because I'm a Gemini, and Geminis cannot be tamed when it comes to telling the truth and opening their mouth. So I'm like, for like 2 minutes, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should just let it go. Then I went to my email and I started looking at some people who had sent me emails saying, hey, you going to talk about this? I'm like, fuck it. I'll talk about what I want, when I want, how I want, anytime I want. And if somebody doesn't like it, then they can leave. You mentally prepare your things for stuff like this. Even my fiance was like, Teaya, you'll get people back and more. That's not something that should be your concern. What my concern is I just want my supporters to know that I'm always going to keep it 100 with you. I'm always going to keep it real, no matter what. That's all I want you guys to know. So I'm going to touch on Ms. Letitia for 1 minute, and then I'm going to end this and let you guys go because I got to eat. And I didn't have to cook today, thank God. It's really all you can do, stranger. Nope, on the contrary, you're gaining. Exactly. That's how I look at it. I'm gaining people that know I'm going to, you can come to me when it comes to truth, when I'm talking about true crime, when I'm talking about commentary. I'm always going to try to do the best I can to provide you the truth. Whenever I know the truth, I'm not going to withhold it from you guys when it comes to anything that I talk about on my channel. I just want you guys to know that I stand for my truth. I will never be silenced. Nobody will ever silence me. And that's it. That's the fuck it. I have always respected how you handle yourself. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, this isn't the first time this ever happened to me, you guys. Like, I've had another creator that was talking about me like a dog, and all I could say is, yeah, she's a piece of shit. She's a racist piece of shit. But at the end of the day, I didn't bash her when she was talking about my looks. I'm like, okay, it's too easy for me to talk about her looks. That shit is too easy. Okay. Just like I said, I would have Molly crying. I can get very, very brutal. I'm not going there when it comes to looks, and I won't. That's just not me. But to touch on Letitia, really quick, I hope that maybe Miss Letitia, once she watches Molly's live where, she's bashing me and everything, um, I want to say to Miss Letitia that I think Miss Letitia, no matter what you feel about Miss Letitia, this is my opinion of her. I think Miss Letitia is a very sweet person. I think that she just got mixed up with the wrong people. I think she is a beautiful person inside and out. And this is me not just saying this. I really genuinely think that she is. I think she's just a good Southern woman who got caught up with the wrong people and kind of doesn't know maybe that she's caught up with the wrong people. I understand that, Molly, hold on one sec. Sorry. Okay. So I understand that Molly, definitely, and I'm not saying that it's a horrible thing that Molly did what she did as far as, helping Miss Letitia, financially get to go see Vaughn, helping Miss Letitia financially to be able to get an attorney, things like that. I think that's great that Molly was doing that in the beginning. I think that's wonderful. I think it's wonderful how much awareness she brought on this case. No matter how much I dislike somebody, I will always speak the truth. So I do think that that's great. Okay. However, other creators have brought great awareness to this case. Creators that have way more subs than Molly does. 10 to Life is one of them. I think Ikamel might have talked about this, but I'm not sure. But the point is that it may have been such a wonderful thing that it was a wonderful thing that you had Molly's big platform that was donating to you and helping you, Miss Letitia, and sticking by your side and having such a huge amount of support. That is a wonderful feeling. It is. It's a wonderful feeling to have that much support and to have so many people having your back, because at that time, what Miss Letitia was going through, she needed that support. Okay. Oh, welcome to the Glam Fan, Rosie B. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Welcome. I'm so happy that you became a member. Thank you to all of you. You guys are amazing. So I understand how you would look at that like that's helping you, and you got money donations from people, including one of my mods, but here's the problem. It started getting really bad, I feel like, and I really started paying attention to the things that Molly was doing when she kicked me off her panel. Okay. And I think one of the reasons why Molly kicked me off her panel is because I don't think that she wanted to talk about this case with anyone Black. I don't. And I think she kicked me off her panel because she wanted to make sure that I knew you're not talking about this case with me. Because the following day, that's when her and Justice for All started working with LB. Okay. So I think once Molly wanted to make that point, you ain't working with me, girl. So welcome to the Glam Fam. Is it Joanne? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to be. Welcome to the Glam Fam. Teaya keeping real, sending prayers for Miss Letitia and family. MGL's causing drama that she doesn't need. In my opinion, speak your truth, Teaya. Absolutely, I always will. Teaya, you're amazing, classy, and a little bit sassy. Oh, I'm sassy. I got a bad temper, but I would never let somebody like Molly bring me out of my character. That's for sure. So I think once, she kicked me off that panel, that I think that off her panel, that was her way of saying, I do not want you or anything to do with you working with this case. I really truly believe that was the reason why she did it. But from that moment, I was side-eyeing her. I was looking at her like, okay, what did I do to you? I digress. So then the second red flag to me, and I'm sure there's many red flags, I'm just talking about the key moments for me, is what she did to Sherelle's World. When she went on Sherelle's World's panel and she spoke about everything that's going on with the case, and Sherelle's World was going to talk about the case, she was bringing so much awareness about this, and then Sherelle's World comes on, and that's even better, more awareness. Sherelle's World has a huge platform. And when she acted the way she did towards Sherelle's World, when Sherelle and her supporters started expressing how they feel like there was a lot of racial undertones in this story, and they should be acknowledged, especially by a Black creator. That would have been amazing for Sherelle to cover this story. I'm telling you guys, so much more people would have known about this story had she covered it. But the point is that so many people in the comment section were warning Sherelle about Molly, all that kind of shit. But the following day, after Molly being on her panel and Sherelle saying she's going to talk about this, the following day, Molly goes on in her chat and says, can you get off being live because I'm about to go live? And Ms. Letitia has something to say. That was my second red flag. Because you can't dictate somebody else's channel, okay, for one. And it was almost as if she was acting like, a gatekeeper. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just seemed like anyone else who was talking about this case, especially if it was a bigger creator, there was always a problem. And then she publicly goes against the things that Sherelle's World says, when she's expressing the racial undertones in this case. Molly's saying it's not about race, it's not about this, it's not about that, and blah, 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 blah. And nobody was actually saying it was about race. We were talking about the undertones of this case and how different this story would have been known if this was a white Marine, okay? And Sherelle's World is entitled to her opinion, and she's perfectly well within her right to do that. But it was a problem for Molly. And then that's, to me, when her really true colors started showing. And she started, talking about, don't people want to end this? And, what the fuck else did she say? Just saying all kinds of things to discredit Sherelle. Then she said Black women don't like her, all kinds of stuff, So that was the second red flag. But I still tried to keep it cordial, keeping in mind that we had a mutual friend and a mutual mod. And I still tried to keep it cordial. I still tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. So I've been on another panel with her. She was making me laugh. And then when I seen with what Without a Crystal Ball was doing, it looked like I was defending Molly, but I really wasn't. Regardless, when it comes to the whole Justice for Vaughn situation, what I'm trying to say to Ms. Letitia, if she was to ever see this, is the reason why, Ms. Letitia, that there is so much drama surrounded around this case is because of the person who's representing you, the person who is a representation of you on this platform. And unfortunately, it's Molly. Okay? She's the one who's representing you. She's the one who continues to, talk about the Justice for Vaughn story, but she yet continues to talk about this whole entire thing, you know, and giving people updates about Ms. Letitia, talking about Ms. Letitia and, you know, her medical condition and things that's going on with her, you know, just giving people updates. She is that representation of you. It's like she's representing you here on YouTube. You know, anything that happens, she gets on her channel and turns it into content. I have very, very mad respect for Miss Letitia. My opinion won't change towards Miss Letitia. But what I'm saying is the corporate here, I can never say that word right. The problem here is Molly. Now, yes, Without a Crystal Ball was wrong for the things that she does. She did and does, and I will continue to call her out. But the problem here for you, for Miss Letitia herself, and why there's so much drama surrounded around this, it's a shit show, okay? It's nothing but a fucking shit show. And she is the only reason for it. She is the only reason. Now, I'm going to tell you, you know, if Ms. Letitia is ever listening, I'm talking to her, but I'm going to say that I truly believe, and this is just my opinion, respectfully towards Ms. Letitia, in my opinion, the reason why this police report is supposed to be, the narrative is supposed to be that this police report is fake. In my opinion, I think it's because what the things say in the police report, Molly is involved. Okay. And because Molly is involved, she don't want to bring attention to it. She don't want people to see the things that she has done. And that's just my opinion of why the narrative is supposed to be that this report is fake. So I personally think that that's why there's so much drama surrounded around you, Miss Letitia, and it's not your fault. You don't, especially people, you guys that don't know anything about the internet, they don't, you know, get on YouTube that much. Even Miss Letitia said, you know, the only time she has ever started getting on the internet is when, you know, all of this stuff happened. She was never like really a big internet person. I think she said maybe Facebook, but not like big on YouTube and things like that. And you don't know people and you don't know how they are, you know. However, I will say, all I can say is please do some research if you can, Ms. Letitia, because all I did is publicly say that this report is not fake, because I know that you have been given and been advised to do a lot of things when it comes to the GoFundMe and everything, and the Cash App. You have been advised when it comes to a lot of things throughout this story, you know, and that advice has been from Molly. And I just feel like you need to be careful of who's representing you, because there is nothing but drama surrounding this case or surrounding this story, and it doesn't have to be. Nobody is even talking about Vaughn anymore. Okay. Everyone is just going back and forth. I can't tell you how many creators have said in my comment section, you know, this is supposed to be about Vaughn. Why are people going back and forth and doing this? Well, Molly is that reason. She is the one who's causing this drama. She is the one who is causing so much conflict and chaos, because she could have simply said, well, I don't agree with her. I think that report is fake, no matter what she said, and kept it moving. She didn't have to do what she did. She didn't. But she did that, and she continues to do this because it's more about drama with her. It's not about seeking justice for it. It's more about drama, because why? Drama brings views. And I can't tell you how many times she has said that publicly. She said that shit publicly. Can Teaya repossesses that gift and give it to someone else? That person's not even in here right now. Who are you talking about, sweetie? Let me see here. Okay. So, Kimley. Okay. That is where I stand with that. I just think that, when there's drama surrounded around a story, it turns into that. Now, I don't give a shit about the things that Molly says. I don't have anything to do with her. I don't care what she thinks about me. It's none of my concern. But I just ask for Ms. Letitia to please do a little bit of research and maybe watch some videos. You can reach out to me anytime if you ever want to. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm just saying, please, 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 for your sake, please cut ties. I just feel like this is turning really bad, and I don't want it to get worse than what it is. And I'm not talking about me and Molly. I'm talking about for the sake of Miss Letitia. You can choose to speak to whoever you want to. And like I said, I acknowledge the fact that I think it's great, the things that Molly did in the beginning, with helping Miss Letitia and things like that. And, using her audience to give Miss Letitia donations, when she needed it the most. But now I look at it like it's beyond what this story was talked about in the beginning. Now it's nothing but drama. Every single person, that's why I brought up Sherelle's World, every single person every bigger creator that has talked about this, pay attention to what she did. This proves that Molly doesn't want authentic people around her. Holding her feet to the fire will always backfire because she has a victim mentality. She's a sneaky snake. Oh, I'm sure she is, Jada. I'm sure she is. Attention, Molly did an interview with BX Beast Boy. I did not know that. Great chat. I have so much respect for people who have integrity. Thank you so much, Carol. So very sad that Vaughn is still in a coma and now they are victimizing his mom. I agree. Okay, that is something I want to talk about. Where is entertainment in real life crossing the line? Well, it's crossing the line when you start open season on people's personal life. That's when it's crossing the line. That's when it turns into you can do something by law. You know what I'm saying? You can do something to, you can do something to hold people accountable for that, because no one has the right to have open season on someone's private life. That's when it's crossing the line. When you're doxing people, putting their address out there, talking about things in their personal life that they've never talked about and that no one knew, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it's no longer entertaining. Okay? So, yes, I appreciate all of you for being here. It means a lot. As a veteran who has been laughing and joking with fellow vets one day and hearing they ended themselves that night has to happen one too many times in my life. No one knows what happened. I agree, RL. Nobody knows what happened. I'm just talking about right now. All I'm talking about is who's representing Miss Letitia. And let's be clear, the only person that's really speaking for Miss Letitia is Molly, you know what I'm saying, and giving updates about her and things like that. And Ms. Letitia is a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants to do. I just worry for her because I don't want anything bad to happen. And I think the most important thing for Ms. Letitia to do is ask yourself why there's so much drama surrounded around this case and really look deep into why. Really look deep into that word, why. Okay? And then do some research. Even if you don't have time to, one day, because I just feel like she doesn't deserve this. And I really truly believe that the reason why there's so many attacks coming her way is because of who's representing her. That's why. So I don't know, I'm sure other people probably feel the same way. I hope and pray that everything settles down for her. I'm not going back and forth with her except for, horrible things that she does like this, like doxing my mod. But I just hope that one day Miss Letitia sees things for what they truly are, because I have no ill intentions towards Miss Letitia. That's why I've always had her back, because I felt and still feel that she is the victim in all of this when it comes to a lot of people. But I really do feel like it's important who is who is a representation of you. That is important. Okay. And when you have someone who is, making fun of trans women and saying derogatory comments about the LGBTQIA community and just all those things, it's just time to start looking back and trying to figure out who is the person that's causing all this drama surrounded around this story. You know what I mean? I agree, RL. It's almost comical at this point. You're just being teased. What's comical? What did I miss? What did I miss? Okay, so I will be back on here later tonight. I'm gonna eat. When I come back on here, I'll probably do Katie Joy versus other creators tomorrow. But when I come back on here, if anybody wants to come on panel, I will make this an open panel and maybe just generally talking about anything. This is this live stream can just be continued, but I'm not trying to sway anyone's opinion of where you go or where you don't go, nor am I going to address every single thing that Molly's saying in her live streams. Please understand, she can say whatever she wants to. I don't owe anybody an explanation for anything, nor do I owe her an explanation. And I feel like that's what she wants. She wants to get a reaction out of me. She wants to, go back and forth with me. And I don't have time for somebody like her. I just kind of feel bad for her. I feel like this is a very, very lonely, insecure woman that purposely goes around hurting people for her own personal pleasure. And it's sick. It's very sick. The only thing is that in order for you to hurt somebody, as far as like I feel like that person really has to care about you in order for that person to be hurt by you. And I just don't care about Molly. I don't care about her. The only thing I care about is the horrible things that she's doing, like doxing people and putting people's private information out there, all because a person has an opinion about you. That is obviously the problem. And I think people need to understand that going back and forth with her it's just not worth it. But I respect the channels that do call her out, and I will put some of those channels in the description. Love you, Teaya. Hold on. Love you, Teaya. You did the right thing, girl. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate it. And like I said, I think the main question that you should be asking yourself is, this all started because I called out a report and said that it's real, not fake. That's how this started. That's how all of this started. So instead of coming to my channel asking me questions, how about ask the other channel questions as to why it is such a big deal that someone says a report is not fake? Those are the people you should be asking questions to. Those are the ones that have something to hide. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more comments here. It says, all I see, I'll see you all. I said all I see. I need glasses, you guys. I'll see you all, Glam Fam, later on tonight. Love you all. Thank you, the best Mama Bear. You're such a sweetheart. Did I miss somebody? Oh, Tracy. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member to the Glam Fam. I appreciate. Oh, you're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, sweetie. That means a lot. See you a little bit. See you guys all later. I hope to see you guys all back here. And this will be continued. And hopefully some of you guys will come up on panel. Maybe I'll make an open panel. But after that, we're going to close the chapters with this, because I'm not going back and forth. Like I said, I'll still call out problematic things like this, but my channel is not going to be a Molly channel or an anti-Molly channel. I don't have the patience nor the time. But I commend people that do it, though. I commend people out here working hard to create content and bring awareness about problematic creators like Molly. I think that's amazing. And I'm saying I will do it, but I'm not doing it like that, because I ain't got time for that shit. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Shit, it's 10 o'clock already here. I will see you guys in a couple hours. Thank you to my amazing moms. Thank you to everyone who became a member. And please, you guys, always remember, use your own brain. Don't be a sheep. Do your own research. Do your due diligence, okay? And knowledge is power. Don't practice your critical thinking and try to look at things from all perspectives. Try to get all sides of the story, not just one, and be open-minded, okay? Don't just go with the masses. Don't be a sheep. Use your own brain. And remember how beautiful you are. Dave, love you. Love you guys all. Thank you to everyone who has been so amazing to me. And I will see you guys probably in the next couple of hours, okay? Love y'all. Okay, I gotta play I was just about to click out of here and not play my fucking intro. Wait, hold on before I end this. I need to see something real quick. Architects. Why does it keep saying that? Hold on one second. All right, you guys, I'm about to play the intro. I love you guys so much. See you guys later on tonight. And if you don't have courage, come up on panel, build up some courage, and we will continue this discussion tonight. Love you guys so much. Oh, sorry I didn't come on camera either, but I look a hot mess right now. I mean, a hot ass mess. Hold on, I'm reading comments. Teaya. You better play your intro early. Yes, please listen to the words of my intro. Okay? Please. It is so inspirational. See y'all all in a little. See y'all all in a while. Thank you, everyone. True Squad. True Squad out. Deuces. Love y'all. Bye.
I don't want to be in here. This is probably the dirtiest place on earth. No? It's designed to be dirty.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing.